مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. This is Mr. Muhammad Khattab, your English teacher, again welcomes you from Al-Andalus Boys Private School. Our lesson today will be a writing lesson for grade 11, and for it I need you to prepare your workbook, not student book, your workbook, page 102, 103. To start, our objective is writing a report based on a bar chart. Introduction. What are the infographic charts? Why and how are they used? To answer these questions, I suggest that you follow the types of charts. There are different types of charts as shown on the picture. We have pie chart that we have seen last unit, pie chart, and we have bar chart, line chart, and other types and forms of charts. But let's focus on the pie chart and the bar chart. Today, I need you to focus on this one, the bar chart. So, what are bar charts? It's just like the pie chart we have seen last time, which are in different forms, colors, shapes, but they have as an objective to interpret numbers, figures, into graphic design. This is what we have seen last time. Now, let's see the bar chart, infographic bar chart. As the name says, they are bars with different colors, forms, shapes, and designs, but they show the same thing. Numbers. They all show numbers. Today we will focus on the bar chart and we try to interpret it into a paragraph or text. But before we start that, I suggest that you watch the following video that shows how to read a bar chart.
Some students traveled by train, airplane, or boat during the summer. This bar graph shows how many students used each type of travel. All right, let's look at this thing. All right, so it tells us that 5 students traveled by train. It tells us that 10 students traveled by airplane. And 2 students traveled by boat. And then we're asked, how many more students traveled by airplane than boat? Let's see. 10 students traveled by airplane, 2 traveled by boat. So how many more is 10 than 2? Well, we could figure that out by saying, well, what's 10 minus 2? So 10 minus 2 is going to be equal to 8. 8 more students traveled by airplane than by boat. And you could even see it in the bar graph that if you wanted to go from the 2 who traveled by boat to the 10 who traveled by airplane, you would have to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 more traveled by airplane than by boat. Let's keep going. Sonny, Rover, and Buster buried bones in the backyard or in the yard. This bar graph shows how many bones each dog buried. All right. So Sonny buried 10 bones. Rover buried 3 bones. Buster buried 7 bones. How many fewer bones did Rover bury than Sonny? Let's see. Rover buried 3 bones. Sonny buried 10 bones. So how many fewer is 3 than 10? Well, to go from 10 to 3, you have to take away 7. 10 minus 7 is 3, or 10 minus 3 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Rover buried 7 fewer bones than Sunny. 10 minus 3 is 7. The difference here is 7. 7. Let's do one more of these. Let's do one more. The weather in November was sunny, cloudy, or rainy. This bar graph shows the number of days of each kind of weather. All right. So we have 18 sunny days in November. We have 7 cloudy days in November. And we have 5 rainy days in November. How many rainy days were there in November? Well, I just said it. Look at the rainy category. This bar graph shows us it goes all the way up to 5. There were 5 rainy days in November. We got it right.
After you've seen the video, I suggest we open the book on page 102 and try to do together activity number 1, section 2. We have this picture there with a whole paragraph. The paragraph, we call it a report. It means that it reports what is in the graph, takes the numbers and interpret it, say it in words, in sentences, in paragraphs. This is to report a bar chart. The activity says, fill in the gaps in the text using information in the graph. So you take information from this picture, this graph, and you try to fill your text. To do this activity, I'll give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then I will display the solution. Pause the video and try on your book. Please pause the video. Please pause the video. Please pause the video. Okay, now you've tried, you did your best. Let's display the answer and you compare your answers with these suggested answers. Assess your answers, find the correct one, and find also the wrong one. If you found yourself facing any problem, do not hesitate to ask your teacher about it on the discussion section on the website. Now, let's go to the real business. We need to write our own report. Page 103. Page 103. Section 2. Based on the report we have worked just right now on it, we will do the same as it is, using a plan that I suggest, and writing a report based on a graph. Which graph? Yes, the same one. But I will provide you with a plan. And on the website, I need you to type down to write your own report following this plan. First, second, write the subject of your report. Then the first paragraph, introduction. You answer the following questions to write your introduction. What is the report about? How was the graph data obtained? Always follow the paragraph, the text, the report on page 102. Part 3. Main body, we have 4 paragraphs. Make it short, precise and concise. Part 3. Recommendations. It's like the conclusion where you will write what you suggest and recommend, but it will be the conclusion. This is it. I'll be waiting for your answers and your trials on the website. I will check it, correct it, and give you feedback. Thank you so much for your time, and see you inshallah on the next video.